Patriots, fellow Trump supporters, I've got a great public relations idea to kind of boost our image a little bit, because we've been suffering from this thing called no integrity. So if our integrity was measured with something like a fuel gauge, the needle would be so far below the E that it would be snapped off. You know what I mean? The light would have been burning so brightly and so long that it's melting the lens. And I think we need to fix that a little bit. Now, there's a few things that we can do to kind of address that issue. The first thing would be, you know how that we talk about Trump's legal woes as a witch hunt, a hoax, fake news, and we say, well, he hadn't been convicted of anything. That's so stupid to say that, because it's the same thing as saying that on Saturday that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's football team, the Kansas City Chiefs, that because they have not won the Super Bowl this year, football don't exist. You follow me? But see, on Sunday, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's football team, the Kansas City Chiefs, played in the Super Bowl, and they won the Super Bowl. Therefore, football does exist. See, so the reason why Trump hasn't been convicted, and we know this, is because his criminal trials have not started yet. But the mountain of evidence that prosecutors have against him say that he will absolutely be convicted. Okay, so if we acknowledge that, we can start getting our little integrity needle moving in the right direction. You know, still well below the E, light still burning brightly, but at least it's moving. You know what I mean, Patriots? Now, the second thing we can probably do is to acknowledge that Citizen Trump is also a grapist, as found liable, which is just legal jargon for guilty in civil court, of graping E. Jean Carroll. Now, he was found liable by a jury of his peers, mostly white men, based on the evidence that was presented to them. Minus the DNA, however, because Trump refused to submit the DNA that would have proven him to be innocent if he was innocent. And anybody who knew they were innocent would have been jumping at the opportunity to submit that DNA. Therefore, we know he's guilty. And by acknowledging that, Patriots, we can get that needle to move a little bit more in a positive direction. You know, maybe even touching the empty line, but the light's still burning brightly. Okay, now the third thing that we could do is to acknowledge the fact that he was found guilty in a New York court of criminal fraud. Now, I know that we like to say there was no victims. That was a victimless crime. That's just another witch hunt. That's just dumb, y'all. I mean, that's the problem we got with that, is because we can't think for ourselves, because there is a victim in that crime. See, maybe it's not the banks. You know who it is? Other people who don't break the law to get preferential treatment, aka lower interest rates by the bank. So his competitors out there in the business world, the ones that aren't breaking the law, the ones that are trying to play on an even playing field, are the victims. See, by him lying and committing fraud, it gives him an advantage over his competitors. So his competitors are the victims, Patriots. That's how that works. So if we acknowledge that he's not only a grapist, but he's also a criminal business fraudster, then we can move that needle a little bit more. Maybe even just a tiny bit above the empty line, but that light's still flashing brightly, okay? So these are just three things that we could do. There's a whole lot more, but these are just three that we could do to kind of improve our image a little bit. Okay, so let's think about that, and I would like to leave everybody, though, with some fun facts. Everybody knows that Taylor Swift's favorite number is 13. Well, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's football team, the Kansas City Chiefs, on their winning Super Bowl drive, took 13 plays. And approximately about 13 weeks from now, Trump's going to be in a courtroom being prosecuted by Jack Smith. And then approximately 13 weeks after that, he's going to be in another courtroom being prosecuted by Fani Willis. And then approximately 13 weeks after that, he's going to lose the 2024 election to Joe Biden by about 13 million votes. Patriots, have the day you deserve. Inmate Trump 2024.